Life is a journey, not a destination. We determine our destiny by the direction we take. Thug, Black Rolling Stones. This is a tribute to the homie Nipsey Hussle. You talking all that shit, you don't own your shit. Now that's out of line, just pay your rent. Let's stop the violence in your rap script. We all brothers, no matter the set. This is for the homie Nip, everything he said makes sense. Tears under my eyes cause it don't make sense. Gotta cut the grass so you can see the snakes. How my boys leave you, I don't need no rake. I know it's different, it's realness on tape. The way we live what we say, no lines is fake. We invest in ourselves, now we gon' get paid. I'ma build my own brand, I ain't gon' be no slave. Say it with me one time. I'ma build my brand, I'm not gon' be no slave. They want us to buy chains, but I won't be no slave. I'm trying to save my soul so I won't be no grave. This rap revolution, it other stuff, play. Black Rolling Stones, shout out to Nipsey Hussle and his family. Another soldier gone, but the message will never be forgotten. This is for change. Show love, not war. Respect that. Lighters and cups in the air for the King Nipsey. We talking ownership, we're honest if you with me. Invest, study, the blindness is a pity. All the talent in the world, but it's a business, my dunny. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. Great minds think alike. Lighters and cups in the air for the King Nipsey. We talking ownership, we're honest if you with me. Invest, study, the blindness is a pity. All the talent in the world, but it's a business, my dunny. Ownership. What? Ownership. He did it for the community, that's why I highlight up in rhymes.
Master Thai martial artist, and I've been doing it since 1989. Still doing it, putting that work in, so we can stay healthy and also combat ready. So I'm out training in various locations right now. You know, it's on hold, so I'm keeping it on the low. Yeah, that's good.
Excuse me.
Nope, you just got it. Yeah,
If that good, yes. Lighting is about up.
And pretty much just bringing all the elements together as far as we just had a podcast about the 5 elements. So bringing all the elements together from the food, you know what I'm saying, to the breathing, to even in the cold, you know what I'm saying. If you can't go outside, can't open up that window, then the main thing is get in the cold water. Right. Do the breathing method, you know what I'm saying. Right. Make sure you do your grounding exercises, you know. That's why we do the Tai Chi. And just taking care of yourself, the temple of God.
Body's a temple.
That's right.
From everything that you putting into your body, mentally, physically, you know, whether it comes to eating poisonous foods and eating, you know, electrified foods like Dr. Sebi said, you know what I'm saying?
Electronic food.
You know, things that's going to give you energy versus take your energy, you know. Also mentally, sometimes like during the coronavirus right now, you know, my mom, shout out to her, but she's sitting there and just watching TV. Every commercial, every second is coronavirus.
Triggers.
So you got to think about it. Me, I'm able to step out of that because I don't indulge in that. You know, I don't consume myself with the fact that this is going on. I don't fool myself that it's not going on, but I don't indulge in it to the point where it becomes, I'm fearful to move, to talk, to do business, to even meet or do anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you get the people that I'm calling people to feature in the magazine. They say, I ain't doing no business right now, corona business. Yo, you in Florida, we don't got to meet anyways. You know what I'm saying? So this is really affecting the mind state of the customers, the businesses. Some businesses, I need to get some merchandise from them. They close. There's all sorts of different things. So what it is, you know, even, you know, like you say, you gotta, your temple is your body. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be sluggish and out of weight, out of shape, and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? During this time, we can't get to the gym. But what did I do? I did my push-ups, sit-ups. You know what I'm saying? Stretching.
That's right.
Everything. My dude just even taught me a couple of resistant push-ups where it's like incline push-ups where you hopping and clapping at the same time and different things like that, and that builds up your resistance. Also somebody could hold your legs. We're gonna have a lot of tutorials where we're gonna actually get into working out. We're supposed to do this.
Yeah.
This is all our faults why you haven't seen these videos yet, but we still gonna bring it to you. What else?
So we was building this one on a lot of different things. We actually was talking about the MCs, and we also was talking about the 5 Ps. And the 5 Ps is something that I learned coming up in the martial arts, and it basically means proper preparation prevents poor performance.
That's a fact.
Preparation, you know.
Yes.
And even before I go into a workout, I make sure that I say, you know, what I want to teach. You know, if I'm going to do some content, you know, for the business, or what do I want them to know.
Right.
And then get together that information so everything got to flow.
Right.
You know?
Definitely. And like, you know, a lot of people say, yo, I don't prepare, I keep it raw, whatever, this, that, and the third. But at the same time, it's structure. You know, it's like being on time. It's putting things where it's supposed to go. It's not just all. And that's how people be able to understand you and feel you and make sure that you have a clear clarity. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you want. We're not just doing this just to get views. We want to connect with y'all. We want y'all to be a part of the movement. We want you to train with us. You know what I'm saying? Eat and grow. Like, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that we going through right now is man-made problems. You know what I'm saying? You know, right now it's a big case, you know what I'm saying, with the coronavirus and mistaking that for what the 5G network is doing. You know what I'm saying? It's causing flu-like symptoms to people that's, you know, like maybe wherever these towers is being built all over right now, from Africa to China to here. This is why it's a worldwide epidemic. You know, one person that's sick here in America can't get somebody sick that's in Africa. It's never happened and it won't. The reason why it's happening is because it's propaganda. It's called Agenda 21, where they actually want to depopularize the race. Is they feel like it's too many people all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And what it is, you know, the 5G is causing the flu-like symptoms for you to get weak, almost people passing out and stuff like that. They go to the doctor, they say that they have these symptoms, they get the vaccine, they come out and they start breathing it to everybody that's around them. That's what's actually happening. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, so it's real. I have to put that truth out there. I actually have a song called Corona, which is on YouTube right now. It's going to be available on iTunes in a minute. I already sent it up for distribution. Support that because that's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah, and you know what? The truth is very important because according to Nick Cannon, and I believe KRS-One had a little joint that they was talking on YouTube that I watched, and we was talking about this morning how when you are teaching, right now they are spending a whole lot of money, billions of dollars for the lie to be sold and told. Billions of dollars. And not only are those two artists was talking about it, KRS-One and Nick Cannon, but also Robert Kiyosaki, also Tony Robbins,
Rich Dad Poor Dad,
teaching you that corruption inside the system, the school system, and we got to change the way we operate.
Yes, that's definitely true, man.
And I got the videos on that. He's saying, listen, you don't need to be getting that 9-to-5 job. We got to get out of that because that's basically training you to be a slave. To stay in a box.
For all y'all that's really so offended and so personal, because I saw an interview with Dame Dash, said the same exact thing, and he got so ridiculed, bashed, people was hating, and they got the wrong message because all he was saying is, like, the truth. You know, like these people can't wake up for themselves and handle their own business and do certain things, but when the white man, or even if it is a black man, white man, or whatever, this is not your business, but you jumping up 6 a.m. in the morning, but you can't get up if it was your business if it was 12. I seen people that work with me can't meet me on 125th to grind at 12 p.m., bro. How is it that you can't wake up and be on time at that time? Most people are waking up. The stock market opens at 6 a.m. That means that's when business is open. Worldwide. So if you're in China and it's 8 o'clock, that's when it opens. I learned that too. New York market runs the world. New York. Nowhere else. When that opens in New York, that means the world is open. That's why some people that's into stocks in Japan and Africa and India and different places, they gotta adapt to us so that they could be ahead of the game. Because if they wake up at 8 o'clock and the stock market been up for 4 hours, they could have lost so many different trades and so much different money. This is why I want to talk about the stock market. Right now, y'all sitting up there sleeping and playing games and talking about the coronavirus till you blue in the face. You need to study. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Study, invest into what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like this 5G, different companies that's making masks, different stuff, food companies, that's stock is going up during this time. You could do your research, invest in those companies, and within all of the time of the months, whether it's 4 months, 6 months of this going on, when it's over and it starts to build back up, you would already have stocks in that company and it will flourish. Now, let me tell you something. This history repeats itself every 10 years since 1960, bro. Wow. With the stock market, it crashes, it goes up and down. It's before the first boom was when they had the assembly line for the different companies where you could put it on and then, like, you know, in cars and electricity and different things and General Motors and all these different companies. Then you had something else. Then you had the Google boom. You know, that's when I was in high school, and I really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People was like, computers is gonna be the future. We hearing that shit. We don't even know everything that they said happened. Computers is the future. Google is number one. If we would have invested in Apple, we would have had money when Apple was $20 a stock, and now how much is it? $150. Netflix is $350 a share. Imagine when we invested when it was $20 and you bought 10 shares for $200. How much would you have now? $3,500. Okay? So, you know, for people who thinking that this is leveling the, you know, for us, meaning as a people, it's giving us a chance to actually catch up financially. Yeah. You know, and this is what we have to do. Don't be scared. Study. Do your research. If you have any questions, I don't know it all about stocks, you know what I'm saying? But I do know a little bit. You know, I do have a company that I just signed up with. It's called Webull. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drop the link right under this video right here for y'all to sign up. You get a free stock, 2 free stocks. I get 2 free stocks once you open up the account and invest a little money into it. I actually got, this is one of my stocks right here. It's called SAN. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me that. This one is worth $246. Who knows what it'll be worth in 5-10 years? You dig what I'm saying? Or who knows, maybe even a year. And then I got another stock that was worth $1,200. I invested a couple hundred and they gave me another stock. So this is real. I wouldn't try to tell y'all to invest in something that I didn't know about. I'm fairly new to it, but at the same time, they did everything that they said that they was gonna do. So I'm gonna invest. You know what I'm saying? I advise y'all to do it too.
Yeah. Right. I'm with you, King.
No doubt.
You gotta invest in yourself.
That's a fact, you know, because we throw away a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Women, they spend $400 on their hair. You know, dudes throwing money at the strip club. Dudes trying to buy, you know, going out their budget and stuff like that just to try to impress a woman. Nah, invest that back into your business. Invest that into a stock. Invest that into a mutual fund, an SP 500. You know what I'm saying? Which you're not gonna definitely lose no money because it's a steady stock. So all you would do is get a dividend. You know, this is why a lot of people complain and they mad at the white man, because the white man is doing what he gotta do. They invest in making sure that their kids are stable. You dig what I'm saying? They're not just thinking about themselves and chasing their dick and chasing to get fly. It's bigger. It's more to life than being a fly guy and getting some pussy and driving a nice car. You dig what I'm saying? It's very much more to that.
And this is why I also take time out to share with people about a lot of different things. And I found out that, you know, some people feel some kind of way when you tell them the truth. I've been finding out this is why you have to, it's not what you say, but it's how you say it.
We was talking about that earlier.
So sometimes, instead of just doing the old-fashioned thing, I find new ways, like when I do train ministry, you know what I'm saying, to be able to speak to the people. You know, so I have something I wrote that I actually wanted to share with you.
Share that with them.
This particular piece is called Make Love to Yourself. And the subtitle is Mood is the Food.
Mood is the food.
And make love to yourself.
Okay,
so it goes like this. Make love to yourself. Not masturbation, but mastering your vibration. It's up to you how you do it. But play a song to improve the movement. Play a song to improve the movement. Like Johnny Gill said, he played a song that reminded me that if you don't get the move right, it's like having a meal with yourself and the mood might not taste right. You know what I'm saying? So he had a song called Let's Get the Mood Right. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't get the mood right, then your feelings is not going to be right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't going to turn out right. It says here, so keep making love to you. Love, the highest love. You know what I'm saying? That's in you. The God in you. And it says here, as Whitney said, learn to love yourself because the greatest love of all is in you. And that's what Whitney Houston was saying.
Wow.
A lot of artists was teaching right? Taught so many different things, from James Brown, I Got the Feeling, to Whitney Houston. Sometimes the poets and the musicians, the MCs, the B-boys, they're giving you knowledge in their art. And some people don't get it.
They don't.
Right? Until they pass away. We talked about today too.
Another thing, yo, that's so deep what you said. Like, you gotta love yourself. Self-love is important, okay? That is the most important love. No matter what nobody tell you, I'm telling you, A-Thug, self-love is the most important love. If you don't love yourself, you could never love your significant other. You could never love your kids. You could never love nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted and misconstrued. You know? You could tell when you meet somebody that got love for themselves. That's what makes you upgrade to show that love to them. Okay? If a person don't care about themselves, how they look, how they feel, what they eat, why should you? Why should you? If I come in the room and I say I don't eat pork, you know not to put that on my plate. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because that's dealing with savagery. That's dealing with non-cipher. That's dealing with disgusting an animal that doesn't have a conscience. We don't want to deal with animals, people, or anything that doesn't have a conscience. Nowadays in rap, they build an image off of being a savage. I don't even use that word. I'm a king. I'm a god.
You know what
I'm saying? I am not a savage.
You know what's crazy?
And people think that that's good.
You know what? You know why? Triggers. And also indoctrination. Like, I hear people use this word beast. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. That I use the word beast, and for some reason, I take savage. I could be. This is just my personal. Everybody got their own. This is more personal. What I just said before is not personal. This is personal. I do use the word beast because I feel like it's a word that expresses a person that's going harder than the average person in that field. If Mayweather is a beast because he goes harder than the other boxers. Ali, he trains. Bruce Lee. So I don't mean like beast in a devilish or demonic way. So I mean in a positive manner. Like, because if a person's like, you can even see a person that work out, his body is beastly. It's like you could say it's beastly, not like he's harming anybody. He could be a nice, humble man. Like the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? He's a beast. So like that's how I take it. You know what I'm saying? It's always that because it's, you know, it's different levels. Just like they say, different levels, different devils. You know what I'm saying? And it's
how the person says it, and the energy of the voice. If a person say, "I'm a B," like it's like they being negative with it. Like, you know, yo, he just shot that nigga. That nigga B, son. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what too? I've learned to know too. Study. And even in the Bible it tells us study to show thyself approved. Study, stay alert, and pray. And I've been finding out that, listen, I talked to one of my good friends, and I listen to Bobby Hemmett. You know what I'm saying? I listen to the conscious community.
That's a fact.
He was talking about a lot of different things. One of the things he talked about was the Baphomet.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the idea is once you get to the metaphysical plane, the esoteric knowledge of things. And I'm like, wow. A lot of the stuff we didn't hear in church. So even when we hear about heaven and hell.
The thing is, why you don't hear this in church, man? Like I like to actually tell y'all the truth about that. The church, even though a lot of the reverends are actually Masons, and they actually know the truth, and they actually take an oath to not reveal the truth that they actually know by keeping you dumb, deaf, and blind, and keep re-promoting a certain thing that's going to keep you like a baby in the spiritual world. You know what I'm saying? A baby is codependent on something else. If you a spiritual
Outside of
leader,
yourself.
why would you depend on something else? That's for babies. Up until 13. You should be, you know, so, but then you realize that the God is within yourself. You realize the change that you want in the world, you're gonna have to do that.
That's right.
What am I waiting for you to make the change in the world that I want to make? A police officer, no firefighter, no nothing. You gotta make the change, and when everybody else realizes that shit, the millions and billions of people step up and stand up. I saw a video, not a video, a picture. When you were talking about the Baphomet, the Illuminati,
right.
the this, the that, all these people. Come on, man, are you kidding me? They had a picture of some black men that was underneath the table that's like this. And the white man's is playing Monopoly board. And all the men gotta do is stand up, and that Monopoly game is gonna be fucking done. But guess what? Some niggas ain't gonna stand up. They gonna still be down there like that, letting the white man, or even, guess what? There's no color to this Baphomet Illuminati shit too. So I'm gonna stop saying black or white. You got black devils, Spanish devils, white devils, Indian devils, Chinese devils. There's all devils in all different races and faces. I want to be clear on that. Shout out to Dr. Malachi York. He got that lesson. He said that. Beware of black devils. Okay?
You talked about that earlier.
Yes, sir.
When
you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we from the hood. Ain't that many white people doing shit to us, but they doing it from afar. You know, they might be able to hinder you from getting that job, or hinder you when they pull you over for a ticket and do different things. And that shit does weigh, but who's shooting, who's killing, who's robbing each other? It's us doing that. That shit is genocide.
And that's what I was telling you earlier. I tell you, I was on a train ministry, and somebody had heard one of the joints that I wrote, and he said, well, nobody want to hear that. And I was just like, listen, if they had messed with the frequencies, with the hertz of the music, and it used to be 432, which is a healing, and now they switched it to 440, I said, it is what it is. If we speak in death more than speak in life, then it is what it is. At the end of the day, if they still killing black men out here and locking them up, rob, killing, and destruction, which is in the Bible.
I got the chills, y'all.
We got to deal with it.
I always get the chills when it gets real. A lot of people don't know the frequency. I went to audio engineering school. Okay, shout out to Turbo Audio DMX on 23rd Street right here. Graduated, got my associates. So I could really talk on this level. It's all kilohertz, frequencies, and vibes. Right now, hip-hop has taken on deaf culture. Deaf culture is originated from what? Rock and roll. We took on the frequency of rock and roll and different things. You could go back to who started that shit. Dipset, Lil Wayne, and all these niggas. NWA? They was the mother. No, NWA was not rock culture. Okay. Know what I'm saying? NWA was thugged out. Okay? NWA was shit that we was going through. They was going up against the police. That's what I remember them for. They was the first motherfuckers that said fuck the police, and that shit got to the White House. Okay? So that's different. NWA, salute. Know what I mean? Like not to take anything away from that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Dipset, they was bragging about wearing Skull and Bones belts. I don't wear no fucking Skull and Bones belts, nigga. That shit is whack. It been whack, you know what I'm saying? And Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Wearing all of this shit. He was copying off Dipset, so you know it was influential. But at the end of the day, what is Skull and Bones? Skull and Bones is a fucking organization that fucking, the presidents that's involved with, that's used to fucking keep us down. We wearing symbolic things that's keeping us down.
Illuminati, right? We
were representing that. And they tried to make all of the kids, I remember even in Harlem, I came home around that time. I went to jail. I was locked up. People was wearing baggy jeans, bro. Baggy sweat. I was wearing 2 shirts up than my size. I wear maybe a large. I might have been wearing a 2X back then, and I don't even wear that now. So what I'm saying is that, you know, basically I came home when the whole I was coming home, people was wearing tight skinny jeans, bro. Wow. And guess who started that again? Lil Wayne, Dipset, all of these wearing those type of jeans. I understand you're gonna wear fitted jeans, but not tight, dude. Yeah. I don't play that shit, and I still don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All of these gay things that the hip hop indoctrinated in their lyrics and in their swag. You know what I'm saying? You know what? They promoting homosexuality. Let's keep it real,
and
bro.
I ain't with that. And they also added to the foods. Most of all the foods they got, there was so many different foods where they were feminizing the foods too.
Yeah, they was feminizing men. This is why Dave Chappelle didn't want to wear no skirt, and he couldn't even get a job in comedy. He was the #1 comedian, and then he had to do shows in China because he didn't want to wear no dress. And it's a list of black artists that you might say, where are they now? That's not getting no gigs because they refuse to wear a dress. While you got Medea, the #1 thing, you know what I'm saying? Which is what? A man wearing a skirt. It's not funny, dude. You know what I'm saying? The last time I checked that was actually funny, I was a little kid in junior high school, and that was Martin. Shanae. That was the last time that shit was really, actually funny. I don't find it funny to wear, you know, and if something about Martin, I'm going to give Martin a pass on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with Martin. That shit was funny. You know, if you going to wear a skirt, make sure that shit is funny, dude. Because after a while, that shit is not even funny. It's just pure gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? And at the end, we're not saying that there's anything wrong with, you know, that's what, with anybody's preference of what they want to do. But it's not good for the kids. Because what's happening is these kids is really taking on that energy. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, it wasn't that much stuff going on. Why is it going on now? You know what I'm saying? Because this is a part of the agenda. They want that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, we also was talking about the law of attraction too.
Oh yeah, that's like one of my loves of my life.
What you attracting, you know what I'm saying? And I believe a lot of the stuff that the government has been trying to get us attracted to, whether it's been through the TV or the radio, like we said, the music, the food, is because they're trying to get us do it today instead of your own. And you know, based on what they teach about the law of attraction, they also said that if you don't have no clear, specific goals, and you're not clear on what you want, then whatever they gave you, just like they told you you was a minority, you would just go along with it. Right. Especially if you don't have knowledge yourself, when we were talking about earlier.
And that even goes for knowing your worth. If you go into a job and you have experience, do you know that you're supposed to say, you know, my request is at this rate? Because I have all this experience. Why would I get paid? It's just like me. I'm an artist. Some of these showcases that I'm at, y'all motherfuckers was lucky because guess what? I'm way past y'all. Y'all couldn't do what I did. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, I had a big discussion with my girl when I was in Africa. I actually have the footage, which I'm going to leak that footage too. Because she was like, you know, on a Christianity saying that everybody's equal. I beg to differ. I deal with equality, but I don't think that everybody's equal. And the reason why, I can show you in so many different categories, whether it be fighting, rapping, working out, in school, cooking, cleaning, whatever it is, we're not equal. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, even just naturally. We're not even going to say that this person practiced and all that. Because that comes into it too with your drive, your ambition, your determination, your passion, your love for what you do. I love making music. So how could a person that don't love making music compare to me? I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? But this is the world that we give it. When you got the corporations that's willing to give an 18-year-old kid multi-million dollars because he don't even know what he's reading, and then control him, because they don't want nobody that have common sense. They don't want nobody that know how to read a contract. They don't want nobody that knows the business. They don't want nobody like that. Little do you know, Master P's is one out of a blue. One out of a blue. There's only one. I'm the next Master P. I'm the next Nipsey. I'm the next Tupac. There's nobody else. Y'all motherfuckers look at Tupac for the negative effects when he was dissing Biggie. What about the positive side? I don't hear y'all highlighting the positive side of Pac or bumping up his music that was really actually effective.
I was just looking at a video about Pac, and he was talking about how he just wanted to just tell the truth. And he didn't want to be on listen, he was going to do it by any means necessary. And listen, he had to feed his kids. You know what I'm saying?
Like, don't get it twisted. A lot of people don't know that Pac was a part of the Mafia, man. A lot of people don't know that Pac was down, because it ain't no way you're going to get but so far. You dig what I'm saying? Like, when you sign to these major labels, you know what I'm saying? Pac, when he did that that video where he was laid up in a tub with the jewelry, that was one of his ignitions. If you notice, that shit looked a little fruity. Take away the image of Pac and put any man there with gold laying up in the tub for other men to see him. What you think? Yeah. But you gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certain different things. Shout out to Wally Sek. He from Africa. He even said that he had like one of those Jamaican tank tops with holes in it. That he didn't pick that out. That the people was working for him gave him that, but he never second guessed it. But then when he got all of that flack, when all of the Africans don't play that shit. America plays that shit. African, we not coming to his show. We not supporting that. We don't do that. That's right. In America, oh yeah, he could do this. That's his business. Who he do, who he suck, who he get fucked in that. And over here, it's allowed. Yeah. You can get away with that, people here. But you go to Africa, oh, where we found out he's a... Nah, we're not going to his show no more. You could be #1. Your shit will go halfway down. That nigga was on YouTube explaining back to his fans, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. When people gave me this, I didn't know what I was thinking. That's the way he said it. Because he had to apologize to all his fans because they not feeling that. Yeah. If I'm looking at you up to you like as you really... It's just like niggas that's claiming that they gods. If you hear them say God this, God that, but they not living up to that, man, come on, man. Yeah. And I don't mean just because I curse a little bit, because I'm not Christian, I could curse. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is living up to, like, even me, I always say it.
Becoming the best you.
When I see somebody that's living in a dumb, deaf, and blind state of mind, of not dumb, deaf, and blind, meaning, you know, not actually having knowledge of self, you know, not living to their full potential.
Unconscious.
And unconscious. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. That's what I mean by dumb, deaf, and blind. It sounds like a diss, and it is, but it's true. A lot of y'all are. Majority of the people are, whether black, white, or whatever. Because remember, we only going by what our parents told us. So if you Muslim, then, oh, you Muslim. Your parents inherited, you inherit that. You didn't make that conscious decision to say, you know, I want to worship Allah, or I want to worship Jesus, or I want to worship Buddha. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a choice. You was raised into that. So that's why me and you had that conversation that some people in their household, even if they wanted, if they was raised as Muslim, and they was 16 years old living with their parents, and they came home and said, Mommy, Daddy, I don't want to worship Jesus anymore. I feel like Allah, they'll get kicked out of their house. As a parent, how you gonna do that to your kid because they don't worship what you worship, or maybe they found a certain truth? We could get into that with Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam. When Malcolm X traveled to Africa, started getting the truth that it was all different color Muslims, and he was told lies by certain people that he looked up to. When he looked up to Elijah Muhammad, he was ready to ride or die, but he found out that Elijah Muhammad was not living up to his spectrum of what he looked up to him to. You know, and that's where Malcolm X was a real king, and said, how could I look up to somebody that is dealing with, you know what I'm saying, minors having eight women pregnant, you know what I'm saying? That's not respecting the black queen, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. Somebody, can y'all leave a comment underneath this video and tell me, because I don't know this one, but I see a lot of connections between righteous leaders, okay, and pedophilia, whether it be in the Catholic, Christian, even in the God body. Even you had what's his name?
Not talking about
African Bombada. Yeah. You had African Bombada. Now everybody I'm speaking on, I'm not saying that they did or didn't. I want to get that clear. But we just want to show the connection between people who are put in place to teach, for people to trust them with their kids and different things, and then all of a sudden cases come out that they're actually messing with these kids. Some men are messing with young boys, and some men are messing with young women. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dr. Malachi York, because I follow Dr. Malachi York, and I happen to believe that that's a dude that I don't believe. I don't believe that he did that, but that's just my opinion. But they got that man under the jail. They got that man in the jail with, like, Pablo Escobar type motherfuckers.
You know what's crazy?
How is it that a spiritual teacher is under the jail with Pablo Escobar type of motherfuckers? Because he has power to move people. It don't matter if you're a rapper, a singer, dancer, a fucking tap dancer. If you could push people and say words and make people do what you tell them to do, that's when they're gonna start to fear you.
The influence.
Yeah, it's not about money, fuckers. It's about influence.
Like when you go to China, inside Asia, they had this country where they was practicing this art. They was practicing this art called Falun, and people were just out there getting healthy. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have to depend on the government, and pretty much their numbers was big. And the government tried to say they was doing all these different things and they was going to rise up on them or something like that, but they was just getting scared that these people didn't have to go. They were getting healthy, so they didn't need the hospital. And two, the government pretty much couldn't control them because they was healthy, you know. So they came to the U.S. and I've seen a lot of them inside New York talking about their situation. So it's just crazy, you know. The influence when you gotta you can't be bought. You know what I'm saying? They can't,
man.
Right? When you can't be bought, they figure
we gotta stop selling our souls, man.
Just like when
we gotta stop selling our souls, man.
It's like when I talk to people about basic stuff. Basic stuff. Now I'm hearing a lot of the true people saying it now. Creflo just said it. Creflo said, listen, listen, don't wait, Reverend Knight said it, don't wait for a pie in the sky. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get it now. You know what I'm saying?
When you say don't wait for a pie in the sky,
yeah.
What is it that actually means for the people that don't understand?
Meaning if you waiting for Jesus to come back,
right? You
know what I'm saying? Or you waiting to get it later, you know what I'm saying? When things change and Jesus come back, and then you want to get your money, you know what I'm saying? So the main thing also, stop looking up and stop looking in the church for God when God is right in you. And sometimes Christians always waiting for Jesus to do everything when he gave them the power to do it
within.
And the Bible says to do the greater things and more, like I did. He didn't say I'm gonna do everything for you. I gave you the power to do it. And some people are just not getting it.
Yeah, that's a big metaphor. Like even when people, you know, like, cause listen, man, I work hard, man. You know, I wake up every day, I do my thing, I do what I gotta do. You know, and sometimes it feels a little weird. Just keep, you know, don't get it twisted. I feel like I'm anointed, I'm blessed. Like you say, like you know, I definitely always felt that energy, man. I definitely always felt that. I felt that energy of God within, around me, everything. I could tell y'all some real stories, but we're going to save those for later.
Yeah,
we're talking about stories that's like, you know, some deep joints, man. Like, you know, I'm talking about even when dealing with people that are on a fucked up frequency, God still showed his face.
Yeah.
Meaning like, I might look at it like I lost this, but it could have been way worse. I could have got totally pulverized. I was totally outnumbered, guns on me. Nah, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Niggas might have got goods off of me, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of motherfuckers in this rap shit sit back and be like, oh, that can't happen. Any nigga that really in the field know that shit could happen at any given moment, bro. When you fucking outnumbered and niggas got guns, you ain't got it on you or whatever the case may be. You dig what I'm saying? And even some people died. In the same situation that I'm speaking about, meaning they didn't want to give it up, or they pulled for their trigger and got popped, or whatever, or they reached for their knife and they outnumbered and they ain't have no wins. So it was over. So you gotta think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about
you know, material things ain't worth you using your life.
And that's what I tell myself.
That's why it don't always make sense to have $100,000 chain on you when niggas will kill you for $20.
Yeah, or $2.
$20.
I told them back in the day I used to teach this, but now I said, listen, it's better to have your life. Let them get that money. They want that little 20. They want that little 40, because at least you got your life.
To tell you the truth, I suggest people don't even really walk around with wads of cash in their pocket. For what? You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker want to get you, you got to make it to where that nigga say, damn, I got this nigga, but I ain't really come off. That nigga gonna feel bad, like I ain't even make no money and I just did some fucked up shit. Maybe that, but of course if you come wise of cash, 100,000 on your neck, this on your wrist, that in your car, that on your girl, when them niggas pull up, they want that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, at the end of the day, you know, we got to be careful for a lot of the, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? These artists that's coming out right now got to be very conscious. I'm talking to the 16 to 21-year-old artists that think it's all about flossing and this, that, and the third. Pay attention, B. We losing some good brothers. Shout out to Pop Smoke. Yeah. Shout out to Nipsey. Shout out to the other dude. What's his name? You know, and that was a situation where niggas was jealous of him too. I forgot the other brother's name, man. I wasn't too much of a big fan, but shout out to him from Florida.
I don't even remember his name.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. But anyways, the moral of the story is that, you know, we losing good brothers, man. Before they could even reach their peak.
Yeah, their peak, yeah.
They ain't even really, they damn near barely dropped the album and niggas is getting out. I'm like, wow.
Imagine where they would have been, you know what I'm saying?
Like, what could this man have said? He ain't even do 20 songs yet and you done wiped them out. But I'm not going to go off the speculation, but I heard that it was something that happened, you know, through the streets that, you know, it was a thing that, you know, a Lamborghini was stolen, you know what I'm saying, and shipped to LA for a video, whatever, without the acknowledgement of the person. You know, that right there, I don't need to hear no more. That's enough for a nigga to get got. So sometimes we looking at a scenario because we love the artists and everything. And I'm not saying that this is true either. I always want to clear everything because it's a lot of speculation of Nipsey. It's a lot of speculation of Pop Smoke. It's a lot of every person, Prodigy, shout out to Prodigy. You know, it's speculation
ODB.
of who, what, when, ODB, of how these artists is dying and what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's a big thing. We gotta take a look at that and be able to, you know, learn from these scenarios, man. I think God is really trying to send us a message that this rap shit, the money and everything, the fame is not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be all taken away at one snap of the finger. You know what I'm saying? And who would want to live that life? Shit, I love music more than all y'all put together. But I had to make a decision and say, yo, is my life worth more than hip-hop? Or is hip-hop worth more than my life? Wow. I love Tupac. He got cut short. Biggie got cut short. All these people getting cut short. They only 25 tops.
Yeah. Even when I looked at some of the other very important people like Bob Marley and Bruce Lee and other people, and I looked at the ages that they left, and I'm like, wait a minute. You know, even Bruce Lee's son. You know, when he got knocked. You know, I'm like.
And that was a weird thing too. Like some people think that that was like all rigged with his son.
But that was supposed to have been a fake bullet.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee, shout out to Brandon Lee, shout out to Bruce Lee. That's my fucking family.
Shot on the set.
Shout out to Pablo Escobar. You know what I'm saying? That's my family. I'm Panamanian. If y'all didn't know, you know what I'm saying. I'm not bigging up nothing, but the reason why, you know what I'm saying, I call him my uncle because it's like. One thing that you could learn from, whether a person was doing something negative or positive, don't be blinded by sometimes just the negativity. That man was a force not to be reckoned with. That man, he did what we actually said, and I don't even think that he was God body. I don't think that man ever read a God body lesson, but that man was the God omnipoint of his life. With his family, with the niggas that was working for him, with his enemies, with people who was writing up articles that he told them not to do. And one thing about that man was he was about his word. His word was like gold.
Word was bond.
His word was bond. He said, don't do that, you did that. He would tell you what's going to happen, and it happened. He would tell the publisher, stop writing up all these articles because you know you're doing this. But certain people wanted to play hero, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even with that, you gotta ask yourself, why was they playing hero? You thought that you was fucking with somebody that you could fuck with? You can't play with everybody's names in the media, tabloids and all that. That goes for all y'all bloggers. Y'all niggas think y'all can say whatever y'all want. That's cause y'all not outside. If y'all was outside, y'all niggas would be getting poked up. Some of these stuff that you do to people's careers when you go online and you just try to sabotage them, expose them just so you could get clicks and views, I don't agree with it. And it's a lot of people that don't agree with it. Sometimes these artists and these hood niggas, they need to put the pressure back onto these bloggers, bro. They need to have some respect. You know what I'm saying? Put respect on the name, like Baby said. Stop playing with people. People work their whole life to get to where they at. Just because you don't know me, don't mean that I'm some baloney. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I've been doing this for 10 years and y'all still don't know me. You feel me? You know, some people say that's a joke, but it ain't no joke because I respect hard work. You know what I'm saying? I respect. I'm a legend. I'm a living legend. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, I'm proud of that. You know what I mean? I don't got to hide that. For one point, I used to be a little bit like, feeling like, damn, it taking me so long. You know what I'm saying? Because you hear these little kids that's willing to sign any deal, and then people will actually think that this little kid is better than you or has something better than you. No, it's because they're willing to do whatever you're telling them to do. Who don't want a puppet? I don't care how righteous you are. Everybody want, even like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, go do this, go do that, go do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, wear this, wear that. Don't say this, say that. I remember with people who already have a lot of money, again, it goes back to influence, it goes back to power, and it goes back to prestige and being elite.
Yeah.
You know?
And also got to be mindful of indoctrination.
When you say indoctrination, elaborate on that for them.
I wrote a piece about indoctrination, and just basically a set of beliefs, a set of rules you're told to follow by, even if those ideas are not not be proven, and they're just opinions.
Give us an example of one of the most,
for instance, they got this saying,
biggest one that you know.
It connects to with this saying that goes like this. All right, let's just say it like this. They have this thing that people of color is a minority.
Right.
Based on our knowledge of self, we know that's impossible.
That's false, yeah.
That's impossible.
That's false.
Historically, you know what I'm saying?
We are the majority.
That's right. But
there's more of us than them.
But they got us.
That's another reason that if you do your studies, you gotta ask yourself and say, how is it more of us? Us meaning, okay, number one, how are they winning? They're winning by dividing and conquering. If you don't know what that means, the dividing is of the races. The dividing is taking people of one culture and dividing them up into how? You Mexicano, you Panamanian, you Jamaican, you African, you this, you that, you this, you that, you that. When all of us is one original man and all of us is the Asiatic black man.
Origin.
All of us is the original Asiatic black man. Whether Mexican, African, Panamanian, all of that shit. All of those names was not created by us.
That's what I'm about to say.
It was created by the white man when he came in with slavery. So for all the Dominicanos that say, I'm Dominican, you ain't even make that shit, nigga. How you gonna be racist and you darker than another black brother and saying that that's Moreno? I'm from Broadway. Can't nobody tell me about that shit. I got Dominicans like, shout out to my dude, Chicky Thing. That dude is like black. Even though Dominican is black, but I'm saying like Pun. Excuse me. Pun. Like Big Pun. He's black. Yeah. He knew he was black. He had knowledge of self. Fat Joe got knowledge of self. Not every Puerto Rican and Dominican is ignorant fucks. You know what I'm saying? Some Panamanians that I know be like, nah, I'm not African.
You want to know why?
I'm like, what? That shit hurt my heart, dick. You Panamanian. I'm like, what the fuck is... I had the biggest argument with this dude, bro. We almost fought, my nigga. We almost had a fight because he said that I'm not African, I'm Panamanian. Thinking that Panamanian is like Catholic, like on some white shit.
But I got the top scholars. The top scholars in those same countries know what the truth is. You know the dude that does
that shit hurt my heart, kid.
The dude that does the DNA for people, that channel, where he does the DNA and he's telling people where they from and what have you. Yeah. This was on Channel 13 where they showing you that it's called Blacks in Latin America.
I remember. I saw that documentary on YouTube.
And you had the top scholars telling you We know what it is, but these people.
But they don't.
Or they making their own choices.
Yeah.
You know, then the government will send people to Brazil. They show how they send all them people to Brazil to whiten up the people. Remember? Just like they sent these people from the Khazarian, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They sent them in. They was barbarians.
Yeah, a lot of Jamaican artists be doing that. They be lightening, they bleaching their skin. That's even so sad. Don't you know that these white people want to be us? They wish they had melanin. They're taking the bone structures because the black man got the most powerful bones in the world out of all races. So why would you want to replace? That's like taking a Lamborghini and replacing it with parts of a Honda Accord.
And you know what? You know, they did a study and they said it's probably more by now. Over 64,000, probably bigger than that, missing black women. Missing. When I seen
they had a movie. What was the name of that movie?
It's crazy.
I forgot the movie. What was the name of that movie with the guy? They had a movie about this, bro. They was kidnapping people and taking them and using them for their parts. When it comes to certain surgeries that they need, they be needing different people's arteries
and
brainwashing them. You remember that movie? It was it was like in the woods and you know, man. Like all of these movies. Let's go back to Demolition Man. Anybody remember that movie, Demolition Man, Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone? This is when we talk about the New World Order and we talk about the way they want to have control over the people. That's what we're talking about. Like in that movie, they had an underworld where people that didn't want to really, you know, go by that or felt as though that's not the way of life. They lived underneath. When you stand in what you believe in, you actually become a heathen. So even though we looked in that movie, some of the people we understand some of the rebels like with the leather jackets, they was running the underworld. But then you saw little women, older women, like how did they get there? Because they refused to conform to the ways of society. And when that happened, they became rejected, and that's the rejects and the people who that definitely was not with the shits. They got put in there with them. So that's not hell though.
Yeah.
That wasn't hell, but we could make it seem like that was hell because it looked dirty and this, that, and the third. And where it was up here was all clean. And if you remember, the guy threw something on the floor, and when he threw something on the floor, it was an automatic ticket that got dispersed. Like for spitting on the floor, they said, you got a ticket, blah, blah, blah. And like, remember, I told you, the whole thing of what they want to do, mark my words right now, people who don't know what's going on. This coronavirus is not just over. It's going to go into a whole nother new world. That's what's going to lead to it. And how is that going to happen is by forcing people to take the vaccine, which is, speaking of beast, is the mark of the beast, 666. They know that people is not going to want to take that antidote or take the mark of the beast where, and what we're talking about is where in society it'll be implanted in you where people will be able to read everything about you, your whole history, your bank information. You'll be able to buy stuff. Money is not going to be needed. Credit cards not going to be needed no more. None of that shit. It's going to be strictly, I could scan my hand like this and it'll be like, yo, I'll buy my groceries. You dig what I'm saying? Buy my car because everything is credit anyways. You know what I'm saying?
AI. And that's where everything seemed to be going to, artificial intelligence, you know? But man, it was definitely a blessing being here with you, brother, you know? Keeping it moving throughout the day. But it's always good to come through and be a blessing and get some more knowledge, share the knowledge with the people, you know?
Yeah. I got one more thing to wrap it up.
All right.
I did a song called Corona. I'm going to read this, like, you know, on a poetry
Corona,
style. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Corona.
Alright. I said, they want to lock us down with fear tactics. 2020. Nostradamus, it was predicted. Can't think out the matrix. Going over they head, they basic. The media hyped it like it's facts, yeah. It's man-made, fuck what the fans say. 5G polluted the airwaves like microwaves. Masks and gloves, they up in sales today. Check the census, homie. Wanna depopulate. Isn't it convenient? Now that they calculate, created the diseases. Then they save you with the vaccines. Come on, pleases. Do this, do your research. You too busy chasing cheeses. Don't get caught up in your dreams, cause life ain't what it seems. Stock market down, it's time to invest. It's time to think clear, don't inherit the stress. That was verse 1. Verse 2. First it was polio, then it was anthrax. Ebola to corona, suggest you look into that. Don't take no cures, hospitals is full, only holistic facts. Alkaline my water, put some limes in that. This ain't happen overnight, they put some time in that. When would we all wake up? Use our minds, in fact. These are more than just rap lines, they actual facts. Agenda 21, New World Order, martial law, just to keep it in order. It's hitting hard across the borders, except it's chemical warfare. Don't matter if you black or white, dog, they don't care. Control the storms, keep you scared, create chaos in the air. They say it's the last days, but who could save us? Can't open up shop, they confiscate us. Italy to Africa, we all going through the same stuff. Different parts of the globe, but we all on our same thug. That's right. Different parts of the globe, but we all on our same thug. So, right now, that song right there, I just made that, like, you know what I'm saying, last week, just put it up on YouTube. Run that up. Share that. That's official, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, share that on and download that when I get that up there to iTunes. It should be coming within the next week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened with CD Baby, but they actually took all of the artists' songs off of CD Baby. Right. Now I gotta check into that. I didn't even know that was gonna happen. Either. Yeah, that was crazy. Yo, but anyways, I want to thank you. You know what I'm saying? Master Ty. You know what I'm saying? Yes, if y'all want to train with us and as a group, you know what I'm saying, and work out with us, come build with us, or be a part of the movement. You know what I'm saying? Leave some comments underneath there. Hit us up. Add us on the Facebook and YouTube. I'm gonna it's gonna be featured on. This is gonna be featured on his page and my page. That's right. And we'll put both of our sharing information underneath them. That's you know what I'm saying? For everybody to reach out. All right. Peace. Stay healthy. Love and blessings out there, world. All right. Peace. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button and share, comment, because that helps our algorithm and everybody that's there. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. All right. That's right. The same way you want somebody to care about you and what you're doing. Do that for somebody else today. Support. Go buy somebody else's stuff. Give a donation to somebody else for once in a chance. And maybe you'll see that karma come back to you and yours. Bless. Time's getting real, huh? I'm just here to keep you woke. Keep you thinking. Keep you moving. Keep you motivated. Yeah. Rolling stone. Tie. They lock us down with fair tactics. Corona. 2020 Nostradamus, it was predicted. Can't think out the matrix. Going over their head, they basic. Damn. The media hyped it like it's facts, yeah. It's man-made, fuck what the fans say. 5G polluted the airwaves like microwaves. Mask and gloves, the sales is up today. Check the census, homie, wanna depopulate. Isn't it a convenient time now that they calculate? Create the diseases, then save you with the vaccines. Come on, please, do your research. You busy chasing cheese. Don't get caught up in your dreams, cause this life ain't what it seems. Stock market down, it's time to invest. It's time to think clear, don't inherit the stress. King Duggar, there's a war going on, no man is safe from. What you gonna do now, do now? I heard you caught the flu now, Stay home, stay safe, and pray now, financially. Who you gonna blame now, What you gonna do now, I heard you caught the flu now, Stay home, stay safe, pray now, financially. Who you gonna blame now? First it was polio, then anthrax. Ebola to corona, suggest you looking at that. Don't take no cures, hospitals is full, only holistic facts. Alkaline my water, put some limes in that. This ain't happen overnight, they put some time in that. When will you wake up, use your mind, in fact. These are more than rap lines, they actual facts. Agenda 21, New World Order, martial law in effect.
just to keep the order. It's hitting hard across the borders, except it's chemical warfare. It don't matter if you black or white, dog, they don't care. Control the storm, keep you scared, create chaos in the air. They say the last days, but who could save us? Can't open up shop, they confiscate us. My guys in Italy to Africa, we going through the same stuff. Different parts of the globe, but we all on the same thug. Different parts of the globe, but we all on the same thug. There's a war going on, no man is safe from. What you gonna do now? Do now? I heard you caught the flu now, flu now. Stay home, stay safe, and pray now, pray now. Financially, who you gonna blame now? Blame now. What you gonna do